Oh, hi! This is not my usual content, but I would just like to congratulate uh, Attorney Libayan for once again having two more of his cases dismissed against uh, Rafi Tulfo in action. Now, I have made videos in the past about this, starting with 32 and 0, and then there is the 34 and 0, and the 1 and 1. So I guess there is two more, and that puts it at 36 and 0. I'm not sure why it's 38, but I guess at least in my count it's 36, and in Kayu's count it's 32. But I'd like to congratulate him again on this win. The case was about copyright infringement, and I guess it's pretty similar to the 32 and 01, wherein where it's funny because if RTIA wanted to use copyright infringement as the reason, why not complain in YouTube first? Well, I think they know that that reason wouldn't fly, and they're hoping that a Philippine judge would judge in their favor, but they did not. And another thing also, if they do a copyright infringement um, charge against Attorney Libayan in YouTube, and if it's proven false, then it goes back to them. So I guess uh, it's it's just it's just stupid the way what they would do. But since the Philippines doesn't have slap suits, unlike in the U.S., in the U.S., and one an example of that is like Drake. Drake filed the case against Kendrick Lamar, where he was complaining that he that Kendrick Lamar was calling him a pedophile in one of the lyrics, and and I guess and New York threw it out. Okay, they actually have one of they're said to have one of the strictest anti-slap suits jurisdictions in the states. So the Philippines doesn't have that, but at least I would say that the judge has enough sense to understand that what RTIA was doing against Attorney Libayan was just pure harassment. And I've said it before in my previous videos that these wins by Attorney Libayan isn't just for Attorney Libayan. It is also for content creators. This is also um, for people who have opinions, for people who have views. Because if this runs rampant, anybody who just feels slighted with whatever you say, even if it's um, even if you basically have a point and you have a reason for it, can just file a case. And this also this win is also a win for content creators, for people who have opinions, because this shows that at least our courts have enough, our judges, at least the judges who decide on this, have enough sense to understand what's happening. I mean, it was also evident when Attorney Libayan was saying that they were still trying to put evidence when there's not there when the time for putting out evidence has already been done. So you can see that RTI was just scrambling and would just want to inconvenience Attorney. So I just like to first again congratulate Attorney. So I guess that win gets extended now to 36 or 38. And also for us creators, also for YouTubers, anybody who has an opinion, as of course, as long as it's not libelous, right? At least this gives creators or people who have opinions um, a little bit of I guess it gives them, I mean, it gives them strength, or at least it gives us hope that, number one, our judges think, you know, the justice system, our judges think and actually look into the cases. It might not be fast, but they look at it. Number two, that we can still we can still put out our opinions, even if it's against a group or against somebody. We can still do that. And number three, fair use. It's also part of it, though. I am not an expert on it, never have been, but my 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 I guess my biggest takeaway here is that at least the judges and the system is smart enough to understand what RTIA was doing against Atty Libayan, and that gives us, people who have opinions, at least it gives us a chance that we can fight, right, and that we can really put our opinion. So this is just my view on it, for the few people that watch me. Again, congratulations, Atty Libayan, in winning. I'm not sure how many cases they still have against you, but good luck in your other cases, if there are any other cases. And I hope that this is also a message to RTIA that if you feel that you're losing views because of this, maybe it's a you problem, not an Atty Libayan problem. I hope that you think about that, or at least change it up.